Hey folks, Jesse with Southern Reels Fishing, and it is Friday afternoon finally, and I'm glad to have some time for some R&R. I'm out here in the shop tonight just messing around with all my kayak and fishing stuff, getting ready for a trip this weekend, and also wanted to kind of put a video together for you guys real quick. So I was kind of thinking about what I could do, and it kind of hit me, something that I've actually been asked a few times in the comments, and I figured I would share my setup and what I use with you tonight. And I pretty much have it laid out on this table right here behind me, so let me show you guys real quick. And that question is, how is it that I keep my catch cool when I'm out on the water? Basically, once you catch those keepers that you work so hard for, you know, how do you keep them nice and cold and fresh? And this is pretty much what I use right here on this table. Now, I'll show you my go-to bags. I have two bags, basically. I have an Igloo Marine soft bag right here. This is the one that I use the most. Actually, it's the only one I ever use. I got this giant one that I bought over here off the internet. A Reliable Fishing Products bag that would fit nicely on the front of the kayak. Very heavy insulated, high quality bag. Actually, my buddy Elias uses a bag just like this all the time when he goes out ocean fishing. It's supposed to sit like on the front of the kayak, pretty much like that. And first time I set it up there, I kind of looked at it and I was just kind of like, man, I don't know, that looks kind of funny. It's huge, and to be honest with you, I don't really have a need for a bag that big, mainly because I haven't caught fish that big yet. I'm hoping to change that this year coming up, but that's pretty much the deal with that one, how it works. Incredible bag. I just haven't really had the use for it myself yet. Now, to get to the one that I do actually use because of the size of fish that I'm catching, is this Igloo Marine Ultra Soft bag right here. I've had this thing for about 2.5 years. Incredible bag. It's got probably 3/4 of an inch of foam built into it. As you can tell, it's well worn. I mean, it's got holes and stuff all poked in it. I believe it's like a 30-40 quart. Actually not sure. I got the item number off of it. It is, the Igloo item number is a 00157-180 soft bag. It pretty much rocks. It fits behind the seat of my kayak very nicely. I can reach back, unzip it. I've had this thing loaded down with a limit of sheep's head. I mean, big sheep's head too. Flounder, trout, and drum, you know, puppy drum. Pretty much anything that I'm targeting any day, this thing would hold a limit of with no problem. Now, if you're catching multiple limits, multiple species, yeah, you might run into a space issue, but all in all, this is an incredible bag. I highly recommend it. It will keep fish cold pretty much all day long, no problem. And that's the next thing that I want to cover is I don't use ice. I can't really stand ice for when it melts. To having to buy it every week when you go out, heavy compared to some of the other alternatives. What I basically use are these Cooler Shock refreezable gel packs. Now these are the size that I put into my cooler bag right here. And it basically fits in there nice and neat, you know, down inside of it like so. Just one of those in there will keep any catch that I put in that bag at a cold temperature in the middle of summer for an all-day fishing trip out in the kayak. I mean all day too, 12 hours on the water. This pack right here will last. Now I got these from Amazon. They're called Cooler Shock. I have 3 of them. You can buy them in different ways, but I bought the 3-pack. Now these here have these little sleeves that you can buy to put over top of them, because some other fish species like sheephead that have the spines and stuff, if you ain't careful, you throw them in there, the spines will actually go through this foil. Now I'm not sure what's inside of it. It's some type of gel pellet. Basically these are shipped empty with the pellets, and what you do is basically put the pellets inside of it, fill it all the way up with water, and then you force all the air out of it and seal it. It's like a Ziploc on this end. Once you get all the air out, you zip it up like a Ziploc bag, and then you take a very hot iron and run across this here, and it basically seals it up. And at that point, you just use it like any ice pack. These things get so cold that one of those in my cooler bag, if you throw some drinks in there with it, it will actually freeze the drinks. It's amazing. They get colder than ice. It's like less than 0 degrees. I don't know how that works, but it works amazing. This 3-pack right here, not including the protective sleeves, I think was like $19.95 on Amazon. And I'll put the link in the description below. Now I do have these smaller ones here that I bought as well. I pretty much use these for like my lunch coolers, the little cooler I keep in the front of the kayak to keep my drinks and stuff in. They're an amazing product. I highly recommend those. These 3 packs right here, I've been using for 2 years now. And imagine the amount of trips that I go out, how much money that has saved me in purchasing ice and everything. I highly recommend them. Anyway, Cooler Shock, gel packs. These things right here are awesome. I do recommend the protective sleeves to protect them from the fins of some of the species a little bit better. And of course, their fins can even go through that as well. And the Igloo Marine Ultra soft bag. It's pretty much what I use when I'm out on the water. Serves me well. This bag here is over 2 years old and it's still going strong. It's a little funky. You know, that's all right. It's fish bag. What else would you expect? And hopefully, big boy back here in the back. This year coming up, hopefully I'll have a use for it. I don't know, I'm still working on that. Anyway, that's what's up. That's what I use. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening. Peace.